Hello. Well,
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
Like,
Somebody else create the hub actually, because my internet's being doo-doo. Because it's always doo-doo in my room, but
Yeah, my
have
internet
AC.
might be doo-doo in the future. I'm switching to Xfinity.
no, that's fine.
The fucking...
Well, mine's literally just like my walls are made of like fucking concrete or something, and so like it gets through.
The literal only option AT&T claimed to have for the apartment I'll be moving into was 50 up for $60, which is a horrendous deal. It's the opposite of a deal.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Baby.
And then there was like a local Indiana one that offered 10 up, and I did not even inquire as to what their prices would be.
You some nice sweet internet. Yeah.
Have you successfully created a lobby or no?
Me? No, I don't think I should be the one doing that with the way my interwebs are at the moment.
I have created a lobby.
I can always move out to my living room if I have to. I just don't want to.
Right?
What is being discussed?
The concept of internet access as provided by internet service providers.
Well, really, my speed is fine. It's just that my router, like, can't penetrate the dense walls of my house.
Oh, since when?
Since always. I mean, I just am playing in my room right now, and my internet is kind of shitty in here.
Get a Wi-Fi range extender or whatever. I've heard
your very small apartment.
I've heard those are actually very good.
Just kind of expensive.
Also, usually meant for like 2-floor, like 5-bedroom houses.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Those
that's
like
also true.
range extenders?
Nah.
You don't.
Houses
You
don't
can have
exist.
one for your apartment.
Houses don't exist.
Interesting point.
No,
I mean,
defendant.
Tim, I will have like the vast expanse of like 650 square feet. I won't know what to do with myself.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Chris, you're moving into the land of not extraordinarily unreasonable housing prices.
Well,
You're gonna have to get like 10 Wi-Fi extenders.
yeah, that's true. But I wouldn't be surprised if Indiana prices have jumped exorbitantly in the past 6 months, because apparently they have gone up like by 10% on average across the nation over the past 6
Oh
months.
yeah, the housing market is currently like a huge mess that no one understands.
Oh, it's pretty easy to understand. It's companies like Verbo and Zillow are buying literally everything so they can profit, because they have the money to be able to do that.
What I've seen is that while they are buying up a lot of stuff, it's nowhere near enough to actually influence the housing market in any significant extent. This is completely independent of that. This is like its own like weird, unexplained thing. I mostly blame COVID, personally.
Even better.
Even better than real thing. Oh, Jesus.
I really thought you were gonna go to Chance the Rapper there.
No, what? Him, Carlos, going to Chance the Rapper instead of U2? Don't think so.
I didn't recognize the song you were singing, which is why I was so caught off guard.
Random thing, Tim, is it possible that when I used my controller in your friend's place that it has somehow made it impossible for it to reconnect to my Switch?
No, you just have to hit the sync button on the top of it.
I have been, repeatedly.
You have to hold it down for quite a while.
Yeah, you have to hold it down for like 5 or 6 seconds.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sometimes more.
Why is it impossible to press then?
I don't know.
Yeah, you kind of need like I use a mechanical pencil sometimes.
That's fair.
Sometimes I'm able to just squish it in with my finger.
I think it has to be at least hard enough to press that it is not accidentally pressed a lot, is the thing.
Yeah.
Well, if it takes 5 or 6 seconds, it seems like it would be difficult to accidentally press it for that long. But anyway,
here.
controller should come with a little like thing you can poke them with.
They should come with a pokey thing.
A pokey thing, yeah.
Good old pokey thing.
Let's get the European Union on that after they fix the Apple cable thing.
Tim, thank you for supplicating your dog at my feet.
What about myself?
I don't see you.
You should.
I see your nameplate.
You don't see me on the ground. Right next
I
to
see you now. My camera was panned such that I could only see your toes, essentially.
I am currently doing the most important gesture in the game.
I didn't know that was a gesture.
It's, I think you get it from an event quest. This awful one, which just...
Nico, Ni.
Oh my god, it really is just Nico, Ni, isn't it?
Nico, Ni.
So I loaded up this game, and Chris, because I put all those things on my wish list, last time we played, it was just like...
Yeah, the entire right side of your screen.
You got this.
Yeah. I'm familiar.
Unfortunately, the only thing I actually need is money.
Yeah.
That I don't have.
So, Wave, start throwing quests up, whatever your heart desires.
Maybe something that, like, gives you lots of money.
What am I even trying to make?
Make every insect glaive in the game. Simple.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
Get to
Everyone needs
HR
a hobby.
100 so you can get the Valstrax quest checked off your list, finally, after fighting a Valstrax several times already.
I have...
the HR 100?
No, Duncan needs to fully make the Valstrax armor so that when they're like, we've discovered a new monster of Valstrax, you can, like, accept that quest in our, like, the Valstrax armor, and, like, there's 15, like, cut-up corpses of Valstraxes behind you.
Is your controller working, Jordan?
Yes, I was just had to download the update. I'll be on in, like,
You're good.
30 seconds.
I had to upload the download date.
Clever.
Thank
Is there
you.
really not a...
It doesn't exactly work.
There's not a Rathian Rathalos quest?
I don't think there is in this one.
That's
like
a crime.
the most obvious quest.
Yeah, it was in, like, every other game as, like, a rank-up quest.
So I want to upgrade my Rathian insect blade.
Capcom has become weirdos.
And I need, what do I need? I need 2 Rathalos Carapace and 1 Rathian root.
Yeah, I mean, you sound like you're in a similar position that Chris was in yesterday, where
Yep.
we wanted to fight both a Rathian and a Rathalos, but we're just kind of picking around.
Rathalos first, because I know I'm only going to need 1 for 2
I'm fine with that, because I still need several Wrath Medulla.
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
Can't believe I got a Wrath Ruby and not a Wrath Medulla at all from that hunt.
Let's do the Magnamalo Rathalos one. I need some.
Oh, Magnamalo Rathalos?
Yeah.
Well, that changes what set I was going to use. Well, let's just do the Rathalos first, and then I'll change sets mid-hunt.
This works for me, because I also need a Soul Prism.
Because I need to wear my incredibly awful Akuma set.
Ah,
Oh,
yes.
I get to see this on a big screen now.
I got insurance, so you guys are...
What color today, Chris?
Is there like a baby, like a baby blue, like a robin's egg blue?
I'd say this is pretty robin's egg blue. I could lighten it up. Maybe bring the saturation down a little bit. Contrast up all the way.
Another
That seems
example.
about right.
Thunder is the best element.
How about this, Chris?
It's
Well,
a
it's hard in
little,
this lighting.
it's a little pale in this lighting, but I'm fine with it.
Yeah, let's go on the too pale.
That's maybe like a little gray, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
I would not in any way describe this as blue.
Not in any way.
Armor pig.
All right, it's maybe like a tiny bit blue, but it's mostly like gray-white to me.
It's I see it gray with a hint of like more purple than blue.
That is
I would say purple before blue. Yeah.
bad looking. So
It's Akuma Street Fighter.
It's
How
Akuma
dare
Street
you.
Fighter
I love Akuma,
from
the
Street
greatest-
Fighter.
the greatest Street Fighter.
I
Alright, follow
love
me
when he
into the
fucking
light.
punches the roads. Yeah,
More
that's
than-
that's definitely blue.
There isn't a lot of street fighting in Street Fighter now that I think about it.
They beat up a car.
There used to be.
Doesn't that count?
Well,
In the
just-
old days, there was.
Aren't they all like professional martial artists too? So like,
At one time.
ChunLi had to
No,
avenge
Akuma's just
her
a-
father's death.
Is that right? I don't know.
All I know, I don't even know if this is like a real screenshot from Street Fighter like 2 or whatever, but there's one of Chun-Li standing over a grave, and it says, "I've done it. I finally avenged my father's death." And then there's a cut to her with like a long blonde hair, wearing like street clothes. She's like, "And now I can go back to being a normal teenage girl."
Oh my god.
Let's see if I can
And
find that.
So is Chun-Li supposed to be a teenage girl?
It may have been like just some bad American localization or something. Communication error has
Maybe,
occurred.
yeah.
that's what that
Uh-oh.
reads to as me.
That's what that reads to's me.
Yeah.
Does that mean you got dropped, Chris? Or
It appears I got dropped from my own hub that I started.
huh? Your apartment is revolting.
It's like, don't you fucking leave. You're here forever. Chun-Li, go back to being a teenage girl. Save image as Chun-Li. In the pictures folder, thank you. And now we accidentally opened Firefox because we misclicked, and then we click on Discord properly. We click on that little plus.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's chunli.png. Upload. Yeah.
Tim, stop trying to fight
my
me.
dance routine.
I'm a pacifist.
we're walking down moving up. I'm not walking down mute.
This is some emergent gameplay here.
Do I have to eat
Okay,
again,
Chris
or
is
did it
back.
remember?
It probably.
Oh, wonderful, it remembered.
It usually remembers.
It does, yeah.
Remember, don't worry.
That is, like, it's just a different person.
Who?
The Chun-Li thing.
So I would say there's
Oh.
a huge difference between teenage girl and young single girl.
Okay, sorry, I misremembered the bit, but
No,
still.
I mean,
Okay.
it's fine. Like, I'm not.
That's true. Because
I'm not,
Chun-Li is like
it's bad,
the
it's
most
just that-
jacked woman who has ever lived, and if she is actually a teenager, that's frightening.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet in the lore she is like 19.
Maybe,
Probably.
yeah. I mean, but I could see a 19-year-old maybe getting that muscle mass, but like a 14 to 16-year-old, I don't know about that.
No, they are a little bit too early for that.
Not with steroids.
Well,
Yeah,
I guess that's
not wrong.
true. Definitely don't take steroids when you're that young.
I'm going to get ChunLi eliminated from the Street Fighter World Tournament because of her steroid use.
No.
You're not the androgenic ones.
Oh wait, this is a Rathian. Wait, do we want to fight the Rathian too?
No, Rathalos.
But
No,
you wanted to fight a Rathian.
there's also a Rathian here.
Well, they do want
we can definitely take down all three in time.
Yeah,
let's
good at this
let's
game,
do it.
in theory.
Tim
I'm
and I-
accidentally on top of it.
Tim and I were doing rather well yesterday.
No, we were supposed to kill the Rathian, not join it.
Okay, I'll just drop it down here then. Because if I fight...
No, use it.
You were my wyvern!
If I fight the Rathalos, then the Rathian is going to leave, and we'll have to keep fighting the Rathalos. It's just going to be too confusing for me to deal with.
All right.
I would run all the way to the Rathalos with the Rathian, and then we would end up fighting the Rathalos before fighting the Rathian.
All right.
And I have my dragon weapon on, so this is perfect. But I legitimately started attacking this one because I thought it was the Rathalos.
I am well aware.
Do you guys have like that 1 point of flinch resistance gemmed in?
Of flinch resistance, did you say?
Yeah, or whichever one gets.
I should, but I still get golf swung because Jordan.
Yeah, they
does
don't.
That.
Yep, sorry. Not really sorry, but hey, have Capcom put in some moves for this that aren't just like fling all of your allies into the air.
Okay, but I'm specifically asking Jordan and Duncan because I'm going to be exploding with like reckless abandon.
Do not.
No, I have no
absolutely do
flinch free.
not. Very silly of you to think they would have done that.
I asked because I know Tim has explicitly told them they should before.
I think I looked at it, I needed some parts, and then I just kind of ignored it.
Very silly to think that they would have done something I asked them to do.
I didn't think, that's why I asked.
To be fair, I am most of the time in the sky.
This is true.
I have no good excuse.
I am going to be. Oh, I didn't get hit by that.
Yeah,
End of sentence.
It's a mistake. I saw it coming. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm going to attack anyway.
Yeah.
That went 3 inches.
Were you? Oh no, I think I was playing just with Owen, and he triple carded against Rathian.
I think it's probably good
in the very stages for Ultimate and a DS.
This is true. This is true, but I was also not in the highest rank of the game.
That's true.
I mean, I did not have like upgraded armor, so all
Yes.
what were you gonna say, Chris?
I was going to say it's probably good that he will also play with just you from time to time because otherwise he will just never
I think
learn
he needs to do that more
anything.
often. It was kind of unbelievable how often he got hit by the tail flip after I explained it to him. I'm like, yeah, you just like Duncan just did now, but I mean, like sometimes you get caught off guard by it, definitely, but like for the most part, you can see when it's coming, and it's very important to avoid it.
No, I was just acting with the hubris of a man gifted with flight.
Yeah. Anytime you're in the air, you
Pretty
are
sure
like,
that's an X-Men comic.
Sure.
Gifted flight?
I don't know, it was just a joke about a man being gifted with flight. I don't know.
There's an X-Men comic called Alpha Flight.
Sure.
That was like, wait, no, that was like so funny. Let's stop. Just to recognize that. Okay, thanks.
I mean, you didn't have to be mean.
So mean.
It was a joke for, like, basically exclusively Jordan.
Just
Only he was
Jordan?
like, yeah, no, I have a literal take on this.
If I have to listen to you guys talk about music for like 3 hours straight, then you guys can listen to me talk about comics for like 2 minutes.
When have we talked about music for 3 hours straight?
Like every other week.
Every other week, it's me talking to Owen about baseball for 2 hours straight, or me talking with you and Owen about books and comics for 2 hours straight.
This is also somewhat true. The baseball is much more true.
And I regularly think I feel bad about leaving Tim out of conversations.
Well, it may just be that I dissociate more during the baseball conversation than during the book conversation.
Also, did I not take the free... I guess I didn't. Oh.
Yeah, I don't even think I touched the box.
I just missed the easy ration, like some kind of loser.
I touch a box, and I'm going to jail.
There's also a degree of, when we have, like, a comic conversation, I'm still very new to comics, and you have seen, like, most of the comic movies, so you can still have conversations.
Yeah, I, like, know what you're talking about, at least. And even so, like, talk about whatever you want for as long as you want. I don't really care. I just act like an asshole about it sometimes.
It's okay, I act like an asshole about a lot of things most times.
I'm just an asshole.
While she was trying to tail flip. It
appeared that way.
It's still absurd that it's 2021.
That it poisons?
Yes.
Yeah.
That the poison barbs are removed from its tail and yet it poisons.
Like, what do you do at Capcom? Just, like...
The number one social issue I care about. It's 2021. We're still getting poisoned by Rathian. Tailless Rathian.
Yeah, but I believe that about you.
A doofus. Well,
oh no.
But
Uh,
I guess we're just being mean to each other tonight. Does anyone have anything mean to say?
I do with lots of it.
I'm doing so badly.
Yeah. What is happening to you? I was gonna say they adjusted.
Let's not forget this is the first of 3 monsters we're trying.
I think we're still doing fine.
I think
no one has died.
No, not at all.
I was going to say it's weird because they've definitely adjusted the hitbox to be better when you cut its tail off, but that's just like a half measure towards what they should actually do.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sure. I think I was the only one who tuned into the Capcom event today to learn more about Sunbreak, and that's okay because nothing was learned, and it was one of the biggest wastes of 40 minutes I've ever spent.
Yeah, I was planning on it, but
did you look at it at all?
No, because I'm like, okay,
yeah.
I got 2 messages from Tim, and I learned it all.
Yep. They were basically just like, it's coming, and there's gonna be master rank. Here's the guy's name. Hope you enjoyed this 40-minute presentation.
Wait, it's called Master Rank?
Yeah, they started doing that in World.
Yeah, World
stupid, and I hate
rank and Master Rank. I mean, I do too, but I think it's just because of bias.
Yeah, it's just because I am used to G rank. That's what I grew up with.
G rank makes absolutely no sense. I will still refer to it as G rank, even though it's clearly just a Japanese person thought G rank sounded cool, and it means absolutely nothing.
Like, it would make more sense if it was called S rank because, like, there's at least a history there.
Yeah, right.
Rathalos next.
Sure. I mean, like, Japan is, like, notorious about doing the thing where they release a game, and then the next year they release the exact same game with more stuff in it.
Yeah.
And they usually just, like, tag on some weird, sometimes completely unrelated word at the end. But
look at the 18 versions of Street Fighter 2. A fine Capcom product.
Or Persona 4 Golden, or Persona 5 Royal, or
I will say for those at
all
least,
of the,
it is
the third versions of Pokemon.
Yeah, like that's just a third version of Pokemon thing. That's not. Well, I guess okay. The Street Fighter one is the outlier here.
Right, I would not consider Street Fighter the same. Because that's usually like they have it on arcade and then they put it on a console and then like the console version has like updated mechanics or something. Like it's not quite the same. And then they put it on every other console ever made. Because it's Street Fighter 2, baby.
The most important game to ever exist.
That's what I've heard.
I don't know which one to attack.
Attack the Rathalos because I still have my dragon weapon, but now he's going to leave. So.
Okay.
I'm going for Rathalos.
Yeah, I'm fine doing that. I was just attacking the one that was down.
That's sensible. I stun locked myself.
They didn't announce any of the new monsters or anything like that?
They announced one monster.
Which one was it?
So, okay, let me... Well,
let me rephrase my question in a more Jordan way. Was it the correct monster?
Absolutely
no.
Not. I was going to make a joke about Lagiacrus, but like Jordan doesn't really have much attachment to Lagiacrus. But basically, the way the trailer started was a very, very brief trailer. Like, I don't know why that's what they... Okay, can someone pop that goddamn tree? I just tried to 8 times and it didn't work.
Kazu has appeared.
Is it poppable?
No, it doesn't seem that way.
What happened to it?
Maybe there was one there at the end of the Rathian fight. Maybe that's an old one?
Yeah, I'm not getting a prompt.
Still got fruit on it.
It does.
I tried to pop it 4 times and got like fire blasted out of it.
It appears to be a visual glitch. No.
Huh. Okay. Anyway, yeah, the trailer definitely looked like it was going to announce Lagiacrus. And then it pivoted when it announced Shogun Cianatar.
Well, yeah.
The crab?
The crab.
The crab.
The crab.
Why?
This was in their like exclusive Monster Hunter event at Tokyo Game Show, like the biggest time to announce anything.
Yeah.
They're like, guess who's coming back?
It's the crab.
Like,
you all forgot existed.
Like,
customization is even making it into my Monster Hunter games.
This guy that you fought in Generations a lot, but didn't necessarily want to.
The hope, I guess, for me is just that means that there will be a new crab-shaped monster finally. Like,
maybe
since that skeleton is now in like the updated system.
That deviants are back, like maybe all of them.
Well, Shogun Cianatar is not a deviant. That's just the name of the normal Cianatar. I don't know why it has a
Stone Fist or whatever is the deviant.
Yeah, it was. Claw Cianatar or something. I can't remember what it was. But
no, it was Stone Fist.
Or was Stone Fist the?
Stone Fist was the Hermitar.
The Hermitar.
Oh, right.
All right, there are 2 crabs.
Correct. They're technically different.
I forgot that.
But I did also, like, the 2 things of speculation I saw was people being like, maybe this just means there will be new crab-shaped monsters for the first time ever. And then the other one was maybe this is just a soft hint that all the deviants will be back.
Why deviants? I mean, though, like, how would that be a...
Because...
Like, there's a lot of deviant monsters. They could have announced any one of them, and people would have thought, oh, deviants are back.
That is pretty true. I mean, it's just because what are the ones that... What are the monsters that do have a deviant that aren't in Monster Hunter Rise besides the crabs, Malfestio...
All of the Fated Four,
which should be in this fucking game.
And also would have been a much more interesting announcement.
Yeah, oh my god.
it was silly how pointless the whole thing was.
Trying to appeal to the West has broken their brains.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. This was like Tokyo Game Show, and the presentation was very Japanese. They had like a big performance with like a Japanese like idol person at the end, and I'm like, I don't care about this, and it's cringy.
Wait, the Japanese-based thing was cringy? No.
Cringy to my Western eyeballs, anyway.
Look with your Western eyes.
But that's just because I'm racist.
Well, you said
And
it.
if you like Japanese music ever,
Middle of the next video.
Quote Tim, I'm racist.
No.
oh, okay, well that'll stop a roar.
Yeah, what happened? Did he just flinch?
Yeah, someone broke something.
I just had my cranium broken by a Rhinoplos.
Congratulations. You should be honored.
It's actually Rathalos.
I hear that's all the racist is.
Official pronunciation, just like Boona Hob.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
my
sure.
God,
We
did you
haven't
watch
talked
it?
about that.
I
I
did.
didn't know Duncan watched it.
I thought I had said that. No, I
Oh.
did that. And I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I was like,
How-
What did you think about the death?
the deaths.
they were like,
Multiple deaths.
they were jarring, to say the least.
Absolutely.
Well, it was like, it tried to do an entire, like, 20 episode season in 50 minutes.
Well, like it did, and I mean that's just like the fault of the format or whatever. But even in a 20 episode season of Monster Hunter, if you have two characters die, like actually die,
Yeah,
that's a little messed up.
I know.
I know it's like
Brutal.
supposed to be dangerous.
Fucking butterfly lady got melted.
I
Point
was
blank.
so upset about that.
know. And like the one guy was like, he was like putting up red flags as soon as you met him. You're like, oh well, this guy like seems like he's gonna die, and that's gonna be weird. But
I didn't realize there was so much gratuitous violence in this thing, or I would have watched it sooner.
there's not really that much, like it's all off screen, the death that is,
Yeah.
but like
It's just like heavily implied, and then it's like at the end they're like at gravestones.
yeah,
Oh,
like
ah.
No, it's the old dude that gets melted, right? And then
I think they pretty much both do it.
Doesn't
yeah,
she get
like the old
eaten?
dude. No, the old dude. You're right.
the
He
old
gets
dude was, like,
melted
right in front of its face while it breathes fire on him. And
while it fire blasts. Yeah, and then the girl, like I don't even know what happened to her. It's like, it was legitimately so jarring that when at the end they're like, I can't believe she's dead or whatever. I'm like, she like you killed her?
Yeah.
I was like, huh, he died.
I thought it was gonna be like after the hunt they go up to her like, you know, and she's really injured and stuff.
Like
and
on
she
a
gets, like,
cart with
moment,
calicos tending to her or something.
which would have been a fun idea. But
Yeah.
no, she just dies off screen, and then they're like, "Yeah, she died."
You remember
Yeah.
her? She was fun. She liked learning. She's dead now, and it's because you watched this.
If you didn't watch this, she'd still be alive. How dare you?
Schrodinger's Monster Hunter.
You have to fucking live with this, not us.
I guess that's why they call it Monster Hunter: Legends of the Guild.
I mean,
No,
I get that they used her death as a framing device for the whole story or whatever, but like that is not where I thought that was going to go.
No, and by all rights, not where it should.
And like it really, with the tone of the whole thing, like the tone was such good Monster Hunter, like punny and stupid and silly and fun, but also kind of like serious when they needed to be. And then it just got too serious.
And
Am
they're
I
like,
the only one who feels like Monster Hunter is functionally like a children's like video game that isn't? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Because
it's
Because it has a light tone.
yeah, it has a light tone. It's very like over the top. Like Very like
It's-
there's no realism to it at all. Like you're carrying around giant weapons, fighting giant monsters that like throw you off cliffs and breathe fire on you. And so
I
like,
feel
It's
like-
more like watching Power Rangers or something, or
yeah,
like a Sentai thing or something. I don't know.
I feel
Yeah,
like
so I
part
guess
of that is a product of like otherwise it would just be like supremely fucked up what you are doing to these creatures if it wasn't over the top and whimsy filled.
I
Yeah.
definitely think that's part of it too.
I mean, it's definitely not a children's like franchise. It's very violent. Like you are like killing like monsters and everything. It is very
You go
adult
ahead
in that
Chris.
way. But it just anytime I think of it like where like monster aren't having death, it's just like completely opposite of like how I conceive this like
Yeah,
franchise.
this does not feel right.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if she got killed by the Teostra or the flow, or the Lunastra or the flow. Like,
Right,
was like,
because I know they like she disappeared off screen after like being hurt or something, and you're like, oh no, I wonder what happened to her. I didn't know she was literally dead. But then they just break a dam and flood the entire town. I'm like, well, now she's dead.
Now you done and gun it. Gone and done it.
God.
Dug a doo-doo.
Okay.
Dig a doo doo.
Cannot get over from this direction. I have to climb up this.
I am going to change armor.
Wait.
We're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine on time and all that.
We're all, I'd dare to say, pretty good at Monster Hunter. Hey, we're all here. Should we try the evil Rajang quest?
Yeah.
Sure.
So you can all get the horrible armor that I'm wearing.
I want to be Akuma. From Street Fighter?
I think I think that's the one that he's from. Oh, the
What
other
else
thing
would
they
he be
announced
from?
at the presentation. I mean, I was joking. He's definitely from Street Fighter.
What?
I thought you were just implying that he was actually from, I don't know,
Fatal Frame.
Capcom 3.
I don't know why Fatal Frame is the video game that popped in my head.
I think you were thinking Fatal Fury and went with Fatal Frame.
Yeah. Because Fatal Fury is a fighting game.
World of difference between those two.
Is this guy lagging?
I saw some lagging on the Rathalos at some point too.
I will remind everyone that my internet is just terrible.
Can't believe how just terrible you are. I mean, your internet.
I mean, Duncan.
Oh,
Ooh, I'm glad his Tail Blast actually has a very like narrow hitbox.
Yeah, surprisingly for all like the particle effects around it. Hey, Kezu showed up. Want to fight the Kezu?
Write it over here.
monsters with ones?
Oh, I see. You are. Jordan is writing it over here.
Yes.
To where? Okay, I see all of your weapon icons now.
The dick monster has arrived.
The monster.
Dick Monster?
Monster.
I went the wrong way, and
There was a. So they spent. Sorry, back to this presentation because I have to talk to someone about it.
Of course.
Um,
And we are the people.
The only people who will even bother listening to what I have to say about it. Even at gunpoint.
and even then, just barely.
Yeah, exactly. I found a fishing spot that I've never seen before, and I'm trapped in it.
You're trapped in fishing?
I'm trapped. There's like this cave that just has a fish pond in it, and that's the only thing.
What kind of JRPG nonsense?
Fishing.
So I want to do some fishing.
Fishing.
One Japanese man said that in 1998, and video games were forever cursed.
Some like, yeah, go on.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, in the presentation, they spent like 20 minutes, or it felt like it anyway, I don't know, where the devs of Rise just talked back and forth about which yokai the current monsters were based off of. And I was like, I kind of already knew this when you talked about it 5 months ago. And like, they literally went so far as to say which yokai like previous monsters are like. And I'm like, that's not
Okay.
This is not content. Like, they're like, oh yeah, for the Tigrex video, we kind of made him a little bit like this yokai. I'm like, I've fought Tigrex before. Like, you didn't make him for this game, guys.
You should prove it, bitch.
This is not what anyone came for.
And almost no one came in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, which, good for them. Okay, that's as much as I will bash that presentation.
Nah, it's fine if you do more.
I don't care.
It was bad.
It was
I enjoy
not worth the earliness.
Carlos, me too. It's one of the finer things.
I will say they did confirm. One of the only things they announced was that they confirmed that castle from the trailer actually is a new map, not just like
Nice.
a Elder Dragon Arena or whatever.
Very excited for that.
Yeah, that'll be neat. If we got... Okay, so time to bash it a little more. So they were talking about that map, and you'd think they would have anything to show for it, but they're like, let's take a look at it. And they showed the exact 5 seconds that are in the teaser trailer.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I call good advertising.
Here's what it looks like. Like, I know what it looks like. I watched the 20-second teaser trailer you guys put out.
Ow.
Oh, no.
I don't know what he did to me.
He threw you
He
in
was
the air and he chomped
kinda
you, it
weirding
looks like.
out. He did
I-
chomp. He did stomp. He did
I think-
swamp chomp.
He did a glomp.
Oh, man,
Because-
Chris, I'm so
He
excited
performed
for
the
you to
musical
live in the
stomp.
land. You're going to live in the land of swamp chomp.
Swamp Chomp.
Come again?
Have you seen the swamp chomps, Jordan?
I don't think so. What are we talking about here?
That's surprising. Well, they got alligators at the Indy Zoo, and like there's just billboards all over Indy that just say swamp chomp on them.
I am surprised
just-
I have not seen this.
Oh,
They just
wasn't
have an
that part of
alligator
a thing?
head, and they say swamp chomp.
Wasn't that part of the thing where they like had people vote on the names of the alligators?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
I think so. I do remember
Yeah, I think
seeing alligator like billboards at one point in Indy, just not recently.
I think I told you guys about that because they were basically like you could vote on one of two concepts, one of which was to name them after like states in the US, which were like kind of actual names, and the others were like swamp, chomp, and like I don't remember. There's a third one that was just like water or something. I don't know, but like all just like the most on the nose, like these are alligators.
Right.
And of course, that's the one that won. So
Dombey the alligator.
yeah, this is swamp, comp, water, humidity, free,
Earth, fire.
Hydrogen bonding.
moss, algae.
And Old Man Jenkins.
Can't forget him.
I love the young folks.
I think how many times we got to teach you this lesson, Old Man, is like maybe one of the funniest SpongeBob bits that you don't need context for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my
in
gosh,
fairness,
do we have
like
to teach this? There's barely any context for it to begin with in the episode.
They beat up that old man
That's why it's
twice.
funny.
in fairness, there's like that guy. There's a lag. There's like 1,000 of those bits in early SpongeBob though.
That is
Yeah.
Just like 3-second jokes that are just really funny to watch on their own.
Mhm.
I recently remembered the "we have technology" bit, which I also
We
think is one of
have
those.
technology.
Then he smashes it with a computer.
Yep.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
whoa.
well.
It was blue. I didn't even know.
It was blue for when it ran away.
Oh,
I was
okay.
not expecting it to die.
No.
Not going to be unexpected.
So I used my four free potions that the box gives you on the Rathian. I used 2 normal potions on the Rathalos and nothing on the Magnamalo.
Yeah, I ended up using 1 mega potion after my free ones, and that was it.
I don't think I restocked after last hunt, but I am at 6 mega potions and 5 potions.
You also neglected the free, you said?
Yeah, I forgot to get them.
What are you going to do now that you're down potentially 4 whole potions?
I don't know. I might have to dig into the 1,800 honey that I have.
That's a lot of honey.
It's a lot of honey. So Duncan, what have you been up to? Have you successfully avoided your children tearing sinks out of walls?
Oh, the TikTok thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, we have not successfully avoided kids being assholes.
Okay.
They have definitely been... Literally, so far as the principal, and this was such a good move on her part, she literally told all of them, yeah, we're pricing porta potties right now. If you guys don't fucking stop it, you're shitting outside.
My goodness.